Good afternoon, fellow Democrats. I'm Yasmine Taeb, Virginia DNC member and candidate for Vice Chair of Civic Engagement and Voter Participation. For many of you, there's a distinct memory of a moment that propelled you into public service. For me, that moment was when I was 7 years old, being smuggled across the US-Mexico border. As my mom, 3 siblings, and I were attempting to cross the border in the middle of the night, US authorities apprehended my 9-year-old sister along with one of the smugglers. I saw my sister in custody, distraught, confused, with tears coming down her face. I fled war and turmoil in my native Iran and came to the US as an undocumented immigrant. Coming from an immigrant family, my parents taught me to never take for granted the freedoms and opportunities that our country embodies. My immigrant background has long shaped my perspective on the significance of civic engagement and the power of voters to lead change for the betterment of their community. For the many years I lived in South Florida as an undocumented immigrant, I kept in my mind the image of my sister in that moment of deep vulnerability at the US border. That image, those experiences compelled me to channel my energy into fighting for the most vulnerable populations and marginalized communities. And now, as I confront the Trump administration, that energy manifests as unyielding resistance. I'm an organizer and a lawyer fighting for our immigrant and refugee brothers and sisters. I believe our communities, our party, and our country are confronted with a political moment of tremendous danger and opportunity. And I want to offer my passion, my expertise, and vision to a reinvigorated DNC at a time when actions, not words, are necessary to protect our democracy. I want the DNC to be at the forefront in defending all of our communities that will be targeted by this administration. I want the DNC to be fighting for our Indigenous brothers and sisters at Standing Rock. I want the leadership of the DNC to be engaging in acts of civil disobedience and saying enough is enough, and that we won't allow this president to tear families apart or to ban refugees and Muslims from calling America their home. I've been fighting for these communities day in and day out, and that's why I'm supported by more than 36 elected officials from across the country, including by former DNC Vice Chair Congressman Mike Honda. I've been fighting against voter suppression in Virginia and at the federal level, and that's why my Attorney General has endorsed me. I fight for working families every day, and that is why I have the support of my labor brothers and sisters from the AFL-CIO, CWA, SEIU, and the American Federation of Government Employees. I fight for our Indigenous brothers and sisters, and that's why I'm supported by the leaders in the Oglala Lakota Sioux tribe. And I'm organizing in my community, working on racial profiling issues and registering voters in Ferguson after Michael Brown's death, and that's why I'm endorsed by Congressman John Conyers. We need a Vice Chair of Civic Engagement and Voter Participation that will be in our communities across the country, listening to the challenges and concerns of grassroots leaders and community organizers and making sure our party addresses their concerns. We need someone who will be undivided in their dedication, commitment, and passion to work towards expanding the scope of our party, engaging new voters, and increasing voter turnout. This is absolutely essential for our party moving forward, and that is what I commit to. This is my country. Ese es mi país, keshvar mane, and I will fight for it and for all of our communities every single day. Thank you so much.